Okay, so for this video, I will just be sharing how I curl my hair. This is actually some old footage that I decided not to post a while back, but this is the only footage that I have of me curling my hair, and it seems that people have a few questions on how I do it, so I'm just going to use this as an example. So what I'm going to do is start by sectioning my hair and applying heat protectant to my hair. Although my hair is already straight, adding a little heat protectant doesn't make it revert back right away. I would probably have to really drench my hair in it for it to do that. So I just spray a little heat protectant on it. And at this moment, I don't have any products in my hair. This is my hair after 2 weeks of being straight. So any oils that you see is just my natural oils that came in while my hair was straight. So when I do it later on, you'll just see that my hair will be a lot like greasier or oily, and that's just my natural oils. I didn't add anything, but it's not too bad. It kind of wears off as time goes by. It's manageable, basically. It doesn't make me feel like my hair is super dirty. And as you can see here, I just take the flat iron and twist it and pull it, and that's how I get my curls. I don't curl it all in the same direction just because in the past I find that it just ends up making one big clump, one curl. So I try to do it different directions as I'm going throughout my hair. I don't really care to use this flat iron just because it doesn't glide as smoothly as I would like for it to. It kind of gets stuck and it makes these, not ridges, but it makes, I don't know, it's noticeable on my hair. I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but I do like to use the green flat iron that I used in my most recent straight hair video. That's my preferred flat iron to use. I believe it's called a hair styler, but that's the one that I like to use. So I basically just do this throughout my head. Now, as you can see, as I'm using the flat iron, it does kind of look, the curls look a little bit greasy in my opinion, but that's just my natural oils being dispersed through my hair with the heat, I guess. That's the best way that I could describe it. Okay, so this is basically the technique that I use. I just get different results depending on how my hair is when I decide to curl it. So in this video, my hair had probably been straight for about 2 weeks before I decided to curl it, whereas in my previous video where I was just showing different clips of my hair, I waited about a week before I curled it. And I just feel like waiting a little bit helps the curls last longer for me, but the curls can look a little different. So in this one, it's a little more greasy. The curls are more at the bottom. It's not as full as my most recent clips of my hair being curled. Yeah. That one, it looks way bigger. I had just cut my hair. I had more layers, so it's gonna look a little different. But either way, it's fine with me. I just don't like bone straight hair. So if it's just a little bump, if it's a lot of curls, it really doesn't matter to me. I just don't want it to look bone straight. Okay, so as I work my way to the front of my hair, I try and put a little bit more effort into my hair. The left side of my hair, I guess looking at the screen, it's really the right side of my hair, if I'm just talking about myself in general. But that side just doesn't curl. It just doesn't curl well. It never really gives me what I want it to give. So I don't put forth too much effort on that side just because it's gonna fall anyway, and it'll probably have little to no body to it. It just always does. It's consistent in being a letdown. So, and that is what I'm usually working with on that side. You'll see that the majority of the hair on the, whatever side, the side where I wear the majority of my hair, that side always looks pretty well with the curls. But the side where it's just that little piece, it's just usually a letdown. So, yeah. And if you haven't noticed, I threw on a mask because it was hard for me to breathe with all the smoke, and the flat iron is smoking quite a bit, but I literally didn't add any product to my hair. It's just my natural oils that's making it smoke up like that. But there's no added product to my hair. Although it looks greasy, I didn't add a thing. But that's okay because it doesn't stay looking greasy throughout my hair being pressed. It's just from me curling it. It literally doesn't look as greasy. I'll try and insert some clips of how it looked after I curled it because you'll see that it doesn't look greasy. I don't know, my hair is just weird. Okay, so my preferred method of curling my hair is a flat iron. I don't like to use a wand just because I saw one video of some little girl doing her hair and she just burnt the whole piece out. She said hold it for like 10 seconds and the piece came out. And now I'm just traumatized and I don't want to do that. And then also curling irons. I don't like the fact that when you curl it, that your ends is like sitting on the hottest part of the iron for such a long time. I just don't feel like that's healthy for my hair. So I like the flat iron because I don't feel like heat is sitting on my hair in one spot for too long because I'm continuously moving the flat iron, and that's just my preferred method. I feel like if my hair gets to a certain length, that may not be as realistic for me. But I have also tried some heatless curls before, and it used to work really well for me, except for my hair was so thick. Like I tried the headband method, and I used to have to use 2 headbands because my hair was so thick that one just wasn't gonna cut it. So I used to do 2, but it would leave like bruises on my forehead. So I stopped doing that. And there's other heatless ones out there. I just don't wear my hair straight as often to really even think of doing that. I usually just go straight from a flat iron. Okay, so at this point, I'm basically done with my hair, and you can see it. To me, it looks greasy, but I know that it's not gonna stay looking like this, so it doesn't really bother me, but you can just kind of see what it looks like. This is how it looks. The curls are mainly at the bottom. It doesn't go all throughout my hair, and that's fine with me just because it mainly matters to me what it looks like from the front. But I have also inserted a clip of my hair kind of after the fact. I believe by this clip, some people may be able to tell how old this video is, but it doesn't look as greasy, and that is what I mean by like it kind of wears off. Okay, so in this clip, I'm just trying to give people an understanding or an idea of how my hair was cut. This is the same press, it's just towards the end. I was about to wash it. You can see the curls didn't hold as well during this go round, but it still is kind of bumped at the ends. You just won't be able to notice because whenever I comb out my hair, the curls look like they have just kind of disappeared, but then they come right back. I really don't know what it is about my hair. It just does what it wants to do. So it's kind of hard for me to explain. You can only understand, I guess, if you was to see me do it and then come back on camera like a few minutes later and show you how it's kind of clumped back and curled back up. But that is what I'm doing, trying to get a good look at as to how my hair is cut, and just trying to give people a better understanding, because now when I curl my hair, the curls seem to be a little higher up because I feel like it is layered more compared to this video. So I don't know if any of that makes sense, but I'm trying my best. Okay, so this is going to be the last clip that I share. I'm just trying to give people a better understanding as to what I'm saying. It's kind of hard for me to explain it, but I feel like this clip kind of shows how the curls are just like a little bit higher up due to the haircut that I gave myself. But I use the same technique. The only thing is that I just used a different flat iron. And this is what it looks like. Each time it does look a little different, but for me, I'm not picky. It doesn't have to be the same exact way. I just don't want it to be like super straight. I want a bump, a curl, or something. So that is what I do, and this one just came out pretty nice. So yeah, I know I keep reusing the same clips, but that's all I got. So that's basically it for this video. That's all that I have. I hope that gives a better understanding as to what I do. If it doesn't, sorry. But thank you for watching.